What's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I want to give you guys my current take on Tortoise Acquisition Corp, or ticker symbol SHLL, who is soon to be Hyliion via a merger. Alright, so over the course of this video we will take a look at the charts. I'll let you guys know what I'm thinking about the stock from a technical perspective. But prior to doing that, we have to establish a fundamental base, and you always want to have at least a general idea of what you're investing in prior to investing in it. Okay, so I do have a few key points highlighted in this article that I want to read with you guys just to establish a general idea of what Hyliion is, what Tortoise is. So we will do that first, and then we will actually take a look at Hyliion's actual Hyliion website, because this isn't completely necessary, but I do like doing this prior to investing in companies, especially with such young innovational companies. Take a look at how they're branding themselves, how they present themselves in their own words. Okay, so we'll take a look at that second. Prior to getting into this article, I will ask you guys to please give the video a like if you do gain value from it, or if you are excited about Hyliion. If you already hold Tortoise, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here and want to catch more trading and investing content like this. All right, so again, kick it off with the fundamentals. Let's start with this article. This is a Motley Fool article by John Rosevere. He does write about the EV sector a lot. I like his work, so go check him out if you have time. But yeah, I just have some highlighted points here that I want to keep it as quick as possible. All right, so why investors are talking about Hyliion and Tortoise Acquisition. What is Tortoise Acquisition? Tortoise is a special purpose acquisition company, or SPAC, which is very popular in this current IPO market. A type of company created specifically to acquire one or more other companies, sometimes called a shell company. SPACs generally have ongoing business of their own. In this case, Tortoise was created by a team of veteran energy industry executives and investors with the goal of finding and investing in one or more good businesses related to their shared idea of interest, renewable natural gas. That's where Hyliion comes in. Okay, so it makes perfect sense for these two to merge, especially because this is kind of, they're staying in their lane, which is always a good sign. All right, so what is Hyliion? Hyliion, founded a few years ago by Thomas Healy, is creating electric and hybrid powertrains for heavy trucks. CEO Healy, a former auto racer and Carnegie Mellon trained engineer, saw an opportunity to apply hybrid electric technology to existing Class 8 trailer tractor trucks in a cost-effective way. The company has two product lines. One, which is shipping right now, is a system that turns an existing diesel-powered heavy truck into hybrid, increasing its range and efficiency. It can be retrofitted to exist Class 8 trucks from any other major manufacturers. Its second product, called Hypertruck ERX, is a complete electric drivetrain for Class 8 trucks with a twist. It doesn't require a huge battery pack. Instead, the Hypertruck system is designed to be recharged with the truck while the truck is underway via natural gas power generator and hydrogen fuel cell. Interestingly, Hyliion isn't planning to manufacture either product itself. It is contracted with auto industry supplier Dana, NYSE Dan, to manufacture the products and ship them directly to installers or truck manufacturers. Okay, so that's actually a good sign to me, or at least how I interpret it. I like that they're not manufacturing their own stuff. It means that they have a lot less overhead, and that's always good when it also means, like, not necessarily, but it does correlate with the ability to scale further in that sense as well. Okay, so that is a good sign to me. Let's move down here. So okay, so I'm sure this is a question a lot of you are thinking, or something you're definitely relating it with. Wait, so this is like Nikola, right? Given that Vecto IQ stock, which became Nikola on June 5th, is up over 500% since that deal was announced in March, it's easy to see why investors have rushed to buy Tortoise's shares in the last week. Hyliion isn't exactly a direct competitor to Nikola, however. While both are hoping to disrupt the heavy truck market with greener products, Hyliion, unlike Nikola, isn't planning to build complete trucks. Instead, it's selling powertrain solutions to existing makers of big rigs, and Hyliion's powertrains are hybrids. Okay, so this is a cool again, I like how it's a hybrid. I like how it's like a 50-50. It's a lot more digestible, especially for this demographic, which is heavy trucks, and I just associate that with a very traditional audience. So it's good. It's a 50-50, not necessarily 50-50, but it's not completely electric. It does bridge the gap, and they are only manufacturing powertrains, okay, which is cool, which means that they can just sell them to pretty much anyone to implement into their trucks, and they sell these to manufacturers. It's a B2B business, so it's business to business, which is good too. So for heavy trucks, Hyliion's products have a couple of advantages over battery electric, and for at least the moment at least, hydrogen fuel cell powertrains. Then these are the last points I'll read, and then we'll get into their site. Unlike the much talked about Tesla, Hyliion's Hypertruck system doesn't need a large and heavy battery pack that would reduce the truck's overall hauling capacity. Unlike battery electric trucks with a Hypertruck powertrain can recharge via refueling in a matter of minutes. Unlike hydrogen, there's already a natural gas refueling structure in place in the United States. All right, so again, it's bridging the gap when you're when you're completely electrical, it does kind of limit you to the current infrastructure, because traditional infrastructure is built around diesel and gas and whatnot. Okay, so it is a plus, especially again when you're dealing with truck drivers in that industry, to bridge the gap. So that's like that. I have no better way to say that. You're bridging the gap, which in my mind is definitely a plus. Okay, so this is different than we'll go to this and then wait. So this is different than Nikola, obviously, because Nikola has no cars on the road right now physically. Nikola, I've said this many times, is a cool company with a cool mission, but they are fueled on a promise, and they're a $24 billion company. As we will see, Tortoise Acquisition Corp is at about 900 million right now, maybe like 850, 900, which we will take a look at again. But they're actually doing stuff. They actually have products, and let's take a look at some of those products right now. Okay, so we're actually not going to look through all their products. I want to keep this pretty quick. You guys can go check out their site if you would like to, but we're actually just going to look, like, this is pretty cool right here. Again, we're not going to look at their products, but something I always like to just at least glance out is the about. Okay, so Hyliion, hybrid lithium ion. Okay, so I actually like the name Hyliion. It rings, it's cool. I like their logo. I do like this site. I will say that off the back. This is a well-designed site. I like their color palette. Obviously, again, this doesn't matter, but it's just branding, and the way you present yourself, the way you do brand yourself in this market, which is sadly not completely driven at this moment, at least on financials and fundamentals as much as I feel comfortable with, but brand is stronger than ever, especially right now. Brand and promise, again, that's very evident through Nikola. All right, so origin. Hyliion evolved out of a passion for horsepower. As a mechanical engineer and motorsports racer founder CEO Thomas Healy set out to bring the advantage of hybrid technology to tractor trailers. Today, Hyliion is an industry leader in Class 8 electrification with a growing team of talented engineers and visionaries and a robust network of strategic industry partnerships. With an ever-growing demand for shipping products, we'll provide technology solutions that transform transportation's environmental impact. Okay, so just our mission, Hyliion's mission is to eliminate the carbon intensity and reduce the greenhouse gas emissions of commercial transportation Class 8 vehicles by being the leading provider of electrified powertrain solutions. Okay, so again, great mission, very on trend considering the rest of the EV sector is on absolute fire right now. And again, everything is trending electric. Like 50 years from now, it's inevitable that the majority of the road will be dominated by electric vehicles as opposed to gas vehicles. So obviously early to this trending in the right direction, very innovational. They do serve their own place in this niche. And if you've watched my videos before, you know I'm big on diversifying within sectors. So hold Tesla, hold Hyliion, hold Workhorse, hold NIO. It doesn't hurt. Especially, this is a great one just because, again, they are tackling a different solution to a similar problem, but again, taking a completely different approach on it. And I do like their approach from what I've read up on. Okay, so values: world-changing, respect, integrity, adventure, drive for results, empowerment, commitment. I like the one-liners here. We'll call it there. You guys get the idea. Again, I do encourage you guys just to look at any company you think about investing in. Again, especially ones that are this young and innovational, revolutionary even. I do recommend looking at their website just to see how they describe themselves in their own words. Okay, so let's get straight into the technicals now, and then we'll close this out. So again, it's been doing pretty well ever since they did announce the merger. Obviously, it's very evident that would happen because, again, especially with the rest of the EV sector doing well right now. Scroll down. Okay, so Nikola Workhorse actually pulled back significantly today. Hyliion did a few percent as well, but I actually saw today as an incredibly good buying opportunity. Okay, so if you've been following this channel before, you know that we've seen so many bull flags over the course of this relief rally over this market over the past few months. There's bull flags everywhere. There's bubbles. I did just recently release a video talking about how this market is fueled on shiny objects. So I do recommend going and watching that to understand kind of like my bubble theory and the way I perceive a lot of these charts that just go parabolic. Parabolic means it goes straight up, and then a bull flag is formed. If you're unfamiliar, a bull flag is, as its name states, a bullish pattern, traditionally bullish at least. So it goes parabolic, it creates the flagpole, and then it comes down in a descending triangle to create the flag itself. Okay, and when a lot of the time, again, obviously this doesn't always play out, but this is a pattern for a reason. All right, and it comes down, and when it hits the tip of the flag, it'll either it's supposed to break up. That's the purpose of a bull flag. It's a bullish pattern. So when it hits the tip of this flag, it typically breaks out. Again, this could very well fall, but tomorrow specifically will be very telling of the general trend direction. So I do personally expect this to break out. My money is on this, so do know that. I do have call options on Hyliion right now. So hopefully it breaks out. It is also possible, obviously, that it breaks down, but I really like the way this is looking again with so much momentum behind EVs right now. So NIO up 22% on the day is on fire. Tesla is the most valuable car company in the world at this point. Even today, up 13%, which is crazy for a company that's like a $250 billion company at this point. That's crazy growth. 15% in one day for a company that large is unprecedented. But again, Tesla is an unprecedented company. A lot of times stocks within the same sector, although they can be viewed as competitors, do move in unison. They are guilty by association in both the good and bad way. So this, again, Nikola Workhorse, we're kind of in sketchy territory just because these are all such new, just young companies. So volatility is to be expected. But another reason that I think this can do well, obviously not only because this sector is hot right now, is because we've seen this. So again, a bull flag, you see this parabolic movement up, you see the excitement, you see it pop a little bit, the bubble pop, and then it'll come down, capitulate, which is go sideways for a little bit, and then you'll see a second wave. Okay, so this is what I call the two-wave theory. Along with the bull flags, I've seen this play out so many times just over the past few months because there's so much shiny object chasing in this current market. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. Just don't fall prey to FOMO. That applies for this entire market, but especially this sector, especially such a red hot sector like the EV sector is right now. So be cautious, but I'm bullish on Hyliion, or Tortoise Acquisition Corp, soon to be Hyliion, at this very moment. I am invested, and we will call it there. I will make more videos on this in the future, getting just following the stock, following the technicals, following the news in future stock talks. So again, subscribe if you want to catch that. If you do want to know exactly how I'm trading this stock as well as other players in the EV sector right now, you can check out my complete portfolio and daily newsletter down below. First link, it's exactly as it states. It is a complete breakdown of my entire portfolio. So all call options, all put options, all stock positions, cryptocurrencies even. But along with that, I do send out an email newsletter on every trading day during market hours, explaining the trades I made that day, rationalizing my thoughts, and just giving you guys my take on the current market, okay, during just more real-time updates from myself. If you are interested in that at all, if not, no worries, but we will call it there, guys. Until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace. All right, bye, guys.